Alright, we are continuing to talk about the new major update details, and in this one we are going to check out the new nerfs and buffs. You should pay attention to these because your favorite class might have been nerfed or buffed. So let's check it out. First, we have some buffs for barbarian skills. Undying Rage healing as a percentage of damage increased from 15% to 20% against players. And Whirlwind damage increased by 15%. And for the barbarian items, Eager Maelstrom damage increased by 26%, Northwind damage increased by 15%, and Bitterwind damage increased by 16%. I'm not sure if these are gonna be enough to make Barbarian really good again, but let's move on to the Crusader. And it looks like they slightly nerfed the Crusader. Conjuration of Light cooldown of Conjuration Light is increased from 30 to 35 seconds in Battlegrounds. So this is a 5 seconds nerf, which is kinda huge. And next we have Crusader items. Blind and Wall cooldown until a player can be affected by Blind again increased from 3 to 5 seconds. And once again this is a 2-second nerf. So now let's move on to Demon Hunter items. Dublicious Prothetics damage increased by 10%, I'm not sure if I pronounced it right, and Excavator damage increased by 15%, so there is not many changes for Demon Hunter. And after that we have a buff for one of the Monk items, which is a shoulder piece called Shimmerlin, damage increased by 12%. This essence was nerfed like 5-6 months ago, maybe even more than that, and now they kinda buffed it again. I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough to use it in Battlegrounds, but we have to test it first to be sure. And after that we have one wizard item which is an offhand essence called Heart of the Storm. Damage to players reduced by 10%, damage to monsters remain unchanged. And this means they kinda nerfed the battle mage builds by 10% because this is a must-have skill to use in those types of builds. And after that we have 3 new Paragon specializations. 3 new Paragon specializations await you in the new Inferno difficulties. Champion, Warden and Ranger creates new avenues for you to customize your fighting style even further. These are always exciting, so let's check it out. First one is called Champion and it's unlocked with Inferno difficulty 4. And it says defeating successive enemy players makes you stronger. I mean, we don't have in-depth details about these, but I guess we just gonna read these. Next we have Warden and this one is gonna be unlocked at Inferno difficulty 5. The more enemies you face, the harder you are to defeat. I mean, maybe this can be useful for some tank classes, but obviously we don't know for sure. And the last one is called Ranger and this is going to be unlocked at Inferno difficulty 6, so we are not gonna get this for a few months, I guess. You become more deadly the farther you are from your enemies. Distance becomes your new weapon. Well, this one might be the go-to Paragon for Demon Hunters, Necromancers and some of the Wizard builds. But we have to wait and see the actual nodes itself and the buffs. And that's all for this one. We are going to be talking about other details we got from the patch in the next video. By the way, let me know what you think about these buffs and nerfs in the comments. Thanks for listening and take care.